Hello, I'm going to give you a brief introduction and overview of the GoSignMeUp system. What you're seeing right now is what we call the public side of the GoSignMeUp system. It's where the public goes to sign up for courses. They can browse for courses by category or look at a calendar view to see what's available and to sign up and pay for courses. It is also where they can log into their account and they can see what they've taken, and they can adjust their personal preferences like their email or their department or division or any other personal information. On the public side, your instructors, people who are teaching courses, can also sign in and log in and see what classes they're teaching. They can take their attendance and they can see who's enrolled and print out their rosters and sign-in sheets. Supervisors are people who are in charge of a specific group of people, usually based upon a department, a division, a school site, and supervisors can log in to the public side and view reports about what their people have taken, or they can enroll or edit their students if you give them those rights. To get to the back end of the GoSignMeUp system, you go up to the public URL up here at the top and type in index.asp, and that will take you to the administrative side of the GoSignMeUp system. When you get here, you will have to log in with your administrative password, which has been assigned to you by your GoSignMeUp administrator or your installation specialist. If you would like to create additional administrator logins, then you go over here to the password area and you can create an administrator. An administrator is somebody who has access to everything in the GoSignMeUp system, and I would limit the number of administrators that you have in your GoSignMeUp system. If you would, to not very many, because you don't want to have too many people with the rights to everything, all the students, all the courses, all the reports. If you want to create a sub-administrator, somebody who has rights to just a portion of the features in the system, then if you click on the sub-administrator background, you can either associate this to an instructor login or create a new one by creating a username and password, putting in an email, and then you can pick and choose if you want them to only have rights to a specific category or to a specific function. For instance, if you only want them to have the rights to add a student or edit a student, you can do it here. Or if you want them to have the rights to everything that has to do with students, you can press this button here at the top. So there are basically 5 different roles in the GoSignMeUp system. There's the role of students who enroll in courses on the public side, and this area here will show you everything to do with students. There are instructors who teach courses, and this is where you would be adding your instructors and editing your instructor profiles. Instructors are people who are teaching the coursework, and supervisors are people who are in charge of groups of people based upon their division, their department, or some other personal information. The last piece are the administrators and the sub-administrators. So those are the 5 different roles in the GoSignMeUp system. Back here at the top of the menu, you're going to see a home button, which gets you back to the place when you log in as administrator. There are several things here that you'll find interesting. The first thing that you're going to see, and the most important thing, is the help guide. In the upper right-hand corner is a help guide that we have put in many different resources here for you. One of those is for everything that we'll teach you has a help guide or a manual. For instance, what I just showed you regards to adding an administrator and adding a sub-administrator is right here in the help guide, and it will show you a step-by-step guide on how to create a sub-administrator. You can also print these into a PDF document, And if you would like to submit a help ticket to our system, you can put it right here and it will take you right over to our support desk, and you can put in a support ticket and one of our support staff will answer your questions. Moving back to where we were a minute ago, this is the home page, or the administrative home page. There's a few more things here I'd like to show you. Right here it shows at the top here is if you are a client that does take credit cards and you need to process a refund, there is a little report here that will show you if a refund needs to be made. This next item here shows you when your last update was made to the system. If you'd like to run an update, you can click this button right here and it'll help you get the latest updates. Updates are important to keep the software running smoothly and give you the latest features and enhancements, and make sure that you have the most current version of the system available to you. Down below here, you're going to see archive newsletters. The newsletters should be coming to you every other month or so about some of the latest features that we have and some marketing ideas. If you would like to read any of the other archive newsletters, they're also there. Across the top here, this menu, passwords, has to do with creating the administrator passwords. Courses, it's everything to do with courses. And you're going to see something very important here. About 4 down, you're going to see something called the course grid. The course grid is where our latest version of, where some of the latest upgrades to the system have been added. There's a wonderful overview of all of the courses that are currently in the system. You're going to see the number of people who are enrolled and an overview of how many are still available and if there's any on the waiting list, and a number of things here. There's also, you'll notice that the menu across the top is repeated here on the left-hand side too. There are going to be several ways for you to do the same thing in GoSignMeUp. The GoSignMeUp has been around for 14 years, and across the top here is the more classic way of adding a course is here, but the newer updated version of adding the course is here. So if you'd like to add a course, either way will work in the system, but you might want to take a look at some of the items in the new course grid area of the system as well. I would definitely recommend it. You're going to see some wonderful features. For instance, you're going to see the course dashboard, and all of the latest and greatest reports are also here. That being said, I do want to make sure there are a few browsers that are still not quite compatible with some of the latest coding that is over here on the left-hand side. So that's why we are still leaving the older menu across the top. So you have everything to do with students is here, and it's also here. The supervisors are here, and this is where it is in the course grid. Instructors are here and here in the course grid, and this is where you add and edit the instructors in the course grid. Everything to do with emails, if you want to email us, all the students, if you want to email a course, email an event, that's in this drop-down menu up here. This is where many of the reports in the system are, and including some wonderful other reports. However, some of the reports have been updated. For instance, there is a newer version of the review orders in this area. It's just a little bit more flexible. You have a few more features that you can make. You can pick and choose which columns are visible, and it has a few more sorting capabilities, a little faster. So even though you see review orders here, there is a newer version of it here. The configurations are where at the very beginning of this system, when you get it set up, that's where We turn items on and turn items off. For instance, whether or not you're taking credit card payments or whether you're keeping track of credit hours. And generally, this is where when your installation specialist helps you get started with your system, will help you configure that. Modules is where there's some exports. This is where name tags and labels is also available, and evaluations. To get to the public side, if you hit View Site, you'll get back to the public side. So I hope that gives you a good overview of the system in general. Thank you very much.